Okay, I'm Daniel Boone. I did not, this gray hair does not indicate that I'm original. Okay, but I am Daniel Boone. I'm running for House District 73. And I wanted to come up here and see what was going on because I'm very much concerned about gun control. And here's the situation. If any of you know of Senator Bob Kruger, who was ambassador to Burundi, if you read his book, From Bloodshed to Hope in Burundi, one of the things he talks about as he was ambassador there is the number of people, the genocide that took place, people coming in that was being displaced by the military in Burundi, and then they would go out and slaughter them. I should say first, though, I'm retired military, so obviously I'm kind of pro-gun. I do have a 10-gauge double-barrel shotgun that my father had. I fired it once, and I learned that you hold it close into your shoulder. Okay, you don't hold it out. I have a Defender 20-gauge that's never been fired, and I have a 38 that's never been fired. So when I talked to the people at the National Rifle Association, I was concerned that they weren't going to approve me. So because I really had not, other than the military, a lot of experience with weapons. But I was very concerned about the right to keep weapons, and here's the reason why. But by the way, thank the NRA for giving me a positive response, a #1 rating. But here is the thing. In Burundi, those people that were herded into valleys and then just slaughtered, they had not one single weapon to defend themselves with. Now, it doesn't make any sense to me to tell us as Americans that we should not own weapons, not because we have to defend ourselves against our own government. I don't think that will ever be the case, particularly since I want to be part of it next year. But it is the case that we never know exactly what can happen. And there is that possibility, one hopes it never occurs, that invasion from one source or another, or from a source of locally, gangs who, well, you've seen New York where they have gun control laws, right? Beg pardon?
About Mac Allen.
Yeah, well, there you go. There are a lot of places where it makes sense for you to own your own weapon. And the reason that it makes sense is that if you know, and particularly a lady walking along late at night on the streets, or at any time, if you have the right to carry a weapon, anybody will have to think twice about challenging that person, man or woman. Okay, so yes, okay. It gives you a respect for the other individual because it equalizes everybody. You're on an equal basis when you may be carrying a means of self-defense. And so I cannot see any way in which it justifies the government for controlling our own personal safety. And that's exactly what it means to me, is personal safety. And I really have no particular agenda of saying we've got to do this or we've got to do that or we've got to get rid of. Well, there are some people in Washington I'm be glad to see go. But other than that, I would assure you that if I do, I'll leave some of my cards here if I may. This comes as kind of surprise. I'm speaking extemporaneously. But when I get to the legislature in January, when those bills come up that will try to limit our right to own and bear arms, will be completely and fully and determinedly opposed by myself. And that's what You are very fortunate. I have a long stump speech that I won't give you today because it doesn't have to do with the weapon. Okay. Beg pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Your district, sir.
Oh, District 73. 4 counties: Comal County, that's New Braunfels; Gillespie County up in Fredericksburg; and Kendall County, Bernie; and Bandera County up there in the Hawks country. Okay. And I don't know if there's anybody in here in my district, but even if there isn't, I jokingly tell people, if you're in my district, please vote for me. If you're not in my district, come down and vote for me 4 or 5 times. It is Texas, Thank you very much. Yes, sir.